Hello there everybody, this is DrunkGumbo1645 and welcome to a little tutorial video. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make extended versions of particular video game songs in Vegas Pro 9. You can do this in any movie making program or even a music making program, but I prefer to do it in Vegas Pro 9 because I can be as precise as I can possibly be. Alright, first I'm going to open up my flash drive, get to my music, and I'm going to show you how to make an extended version of a song. I have a particular song in mind, so let's scroll over. Let's see. Here we go. Here's a good song I want to extend, so just click and drag the song onto the timeline, let it buffer, and let's get ready to rock. But, yeah. If you want to find particular loops where you have to go, you pretty much have to listen to the song first. Fortunately for me, I pretty much know where the loop regions are, essentially. But just to be sure, and I'm pretty sure I am in the right place, just hit the R key to make a loop region. And just scroll as far to the end as you can within the timeline, and let's see if we can match it up. That might have been too far. Yeah. To return to your previous position within the timeline, while it's still playing, just simply hit the space bar. Tell you the truth, I don't think I found the right place within the first part of the timeline. But then again, I don't know for sure. I haven't made an extended version of this song, this particular song before. Alright, I think I found the right place, but just to be sure, and I'm trying to be as precise as I can, let's just zoom in. It looks like I was a little off, upon the place, so let's just scroll, move the loop region, and let's listen in and compare. Alright, the first one seems right, so let's scroll to the second. I think I gotta move that slightly as well. By that, I mean like a couple of milliseconds. Yeah, this seems about right, so like 2 milliseconds, and let's compare again. Alright. That sounds about right, so let's compare one again. Alright, now I think we have our loops, so just scroll from the beginning of the timeline and scroll all the way to the first loop region, and go to the end of the timeline and scroll that piece all the way to the second loop region. Now, just simply right click and click on copy, or just simply hit Control and C. And finally, just scroll over to the end of the second loop region and right click and paste, or hit Control and V. However, for those of you who are using Macs or Mac, this is different for you. So, now the ultimate question is, does this need to be blended? Let's find out by going back a few seconds before the second timeline, the second loop region, and let's listen it. Looks like this one doesn't need to be blended. Or does it? I need to listen again just to be sure. Yeah, this needs to be blended. So scroll all the way into, almost as far as you can go within the zooming level and just click this second piece of the timeline. Well, this second piece of the song you want to extend, and just scroll barely to the left. It should be no more than a millisecond. Alright. Now let's zoom out a little bit and go back, and we'll listen again. I think I was a little too close, so let's go back a little bit further and listen again. That sounds perfect. So, I pretty much found what I was looking for, so all you really need to do now is rebuild this part of the timeline, which is over here, all the way to the beginning. And really, you don't have to get rid of the loop regions, but, to make it more professional, I suggest doing so, before proceeding. So, now, just simply hit Control and V and go as far as the time limit on YouTube will allow. You can go all 15 minutes and 30 seconds if you like. So, let's see how far this is to the end. Close enough. By the way, when dealing with YouTube's time limit here in Vegas, you want to go as far as 1529.29 milliseconds. For some reason, YouTube has a bit of a tendency to round up, particular milliseconds. Even if you're exactly on 15 minutes and 30 seconds, they'll, add an extra second to the video, and thus your video will get rejected. So, since I'm able to take this all the way up to 15 minutes and 30 seconds, essentially, I'm going to create a fade. To do so, just scroll all the way here, click and drag. However, I don't want this kind of fade within the song because it still seems kind of loud and abrupts the ending a little bit. So just right-click and choose a particular fade. I prefer this one, and let's listen to the end. Still seems a little abrupt. Let's adjust it a little bit more. That's good enough. So now, only thing left to do now is blend the rest of the things onto the timeline and just blend the rest of these things together. So here we go. Excuse me, had some soda. So just apply the same method, barely a millisecond. Zoom out, listen in, don't get too close, otherwise you may not be able to tell too well. There we go. So, I'll do this for the rest of the timeline, and I will see you back when we have the final product. Okay, I am back, and we have our final product. And this is the extended version of the song that we have been working on throughout this entire tutorial. Just keep a few things in mind when extending video game songs. Not every single song can be extended, plus loop regions can sometimes be located within the most odd of places, and some are actually really hard to find. So, sorry for hitting my mic, just wanted to be sure it was down. Just thought I'd mention that, and the end product, is pretty much the way it is. Just feel free to listen to it if you want. Just simply, like I've done, just go back to the beginning of the timeline, push spacebar to listen in, and there we go. Now, for one more thing that we have to do, we just have to simply render it. So go to Render As. Let's go to, our destination, which is my flash drive. And let's scroll down until we find our song. The song should be highlighted over here. So go into the T's and Tales of Vesperia, and here's our song. This is the original song we were using, so I'm going to really keep its title and just put extended in the end. Another thing, before you actually save the file, the default file type it'll give you is atracaudio.aa3. You want to render this in MP3 format, so just scroll down and select MP3 audio, which is .mp3. So, and templates, just leave templates alone. You don't really need to worry about loop regions either, or anything else down here. Just leave everything as it is, and let's actually render the file. Shouldn't take any more than 2 to 3 minutes. 3 minutes at the latest. Like I said, it didn't take that long at all, so only took me 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Even while recording, it still didn't take that long either, so let's go ahead and close it. Now, to refresh your library, see if it actually rendered properly, just select refresh, which is right here. And there we go. The extended song is right here. So, what I like to do is actually, start a new project and get rid of the original source material. And keep the extended version. And there we go. That is how to make an extended version of a particular video game song. Please rate, meaning thumbs up, comment, if you like it. If you're confused in any way, feel free to watch this video again. And if you really like me, feel free to subscribe. You don't have to do that if you don't want to, but still, I appreciate the subs. So, yeah, like I said, this is Drunkuma1645. See you all next time for whatever it is I'm doing. See you later.